Now, the Ghana Police Service has begun investigations into the death of daughter of the Municipal Chief Executive for Bekwai in the Asante region. Now, Ekua Sewache was found dead in the backyard of her matrimonial home earlier this week at Echuma Bebu in the Ashanti region. Her father, Kwekuche Bafo, has been speaking to my colleague Michael Ashale.
My daughter and the husband are in the same building, the house. The husband went out to fetch their kid from school, and unexpectedly the assailants went and besieged the house, entered and killed her. There was no bruises on her, no blood, no gunshot on her, and she was dead. And so she was rushed to Marvin Hospital at Kuchi, and the husband also came to tell me. And so the lady was dead on arrival when we got there. Because there were no cuts, there were no bruises, there were no what we call club to death. We assumed that she was strangled to death. That's an assumption anyway. We assumed that she was strangled, she was maybe suffocated to death. So far, that's what you can say about it. It's under police investigation, but I have given you this privilege of giving you the resume of the whole job.
Well, the new Patriotic Party's Nana Abroko-Asare insists he is the man to end the dominance of the National Democratic Congress in the Esrajaman constituency of the Eastern region. Now, he submitted his forms to contest the NPP primaries as he began steps to oust the incumbent Member of Parliament, Thomas Nyanko Ampem. There's more in the following report.
Since 2017, the Esrajaman parliamentary seat has remained solely in the hands of the NDC's former district chief executive, Thomas Nyanko Ampem. Although the incumbent has secured his party's nomination for a third run at the seat in 2024, Nana Abroko-Asare, 35-year-old administrator at the National Premise Force Secretariat and a member of the NPP, firmly believes he can disrupt this continuity. Speaking to journalists at a rally in Atimpoko just after filing his nomination forms, this first-time aspirant emphasizes his consistent socio-economic support to the youth of the area, positioning himself as the ideal candidate to wrest the Esrajaman seat for the NPP.
There are a lot of challenges in the constituency as we speak now. Infrastructure is a problem. We talk about education is also a problem. We talk about job creation is a problem. Agriculture is a problem. Our tourism potential hasn't been utilized to the best of its ability. And this is what we stand for. We stand for change. We stand for a new energy. We want to change the narrative of Esrajaman. When I'm giving the mandate, we need to cross the primaries first, and I want to use this opportunity to implore all delegates to come on board and vote Nana Abroko-Asare. I'm the best man to take the seat from the National Democratic Party. We have done it before. Esrajaman, we have done it before. Not once, we've done it more than once, and we can do it again. When we get the right candidates who will be able to synergize all the energies together, who will be able to unite all the fronts, I believe we'll be able to annex the seat. One of the key things that I seek to do would be creating jobs or job creation. I want to create a very convenient environment for businesses to develop.
Several party stalwarts, including MMDCs from North Thong, South Dai, Bando, Ningo Pram, Ododo Dio, among others, take turns to implore delegates to vote for a candidate capable of reclaiming the seat from the NDC.
The winner of the candidate is Nana. So I'll plead with all of you that the power is in your hand. The power is in your hand. Vote for Nana. Vote massively for Nana. Let's use Nana. Nana will win this seat.
Speaking to the media, some constituency delegates believe Nana Abroko-Asare possesses the qualities required to secure a parliamentary victory for the NPP in the upcoming 2024 elections.
He's all round. When I say all round, I mean when you come to Esrajaman, you have various tribes. Airways, Akans, Krobos, Nums, and others. And for him, he's half-half. His wife also is half-half. That's what I mean. So in any aspect he can enter to talk to the people, seek their concern, and try to address it. And that's what makes him unique among all the candidates.
With nominations expected to conclude by August 10, the race for the NPP's Esojaman parliamentary candidate intensifies, featuring 3 other aspirants, including the Chief Executive Officer of the National Youth Authority, Pius Hajide, who are expected to submit their nomination forms. Reporting from Atimpoko, this is Carlos Caloni for Joy News.
Now, the campaign team of Alan Cheramantin is alleging that Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is using government institutions to induce and threaten delegates. According to them, despite claims by President Akufo-Addo that he is not supporting any of the candidates, their observations point to the contrary. Spokesperson for the Alan Cheramantin team, Boabeng Asamoah Site, OT region, where some district assemblies are reportedly using the District Assembly Common Fund to purchase and distribute weedy sites to induce the delegate to support the Vice President. He spoke to Samuel Mbura of our political desk.
The establishment is not working that way. The establishment, which includes the President and others, are demonstrating otherwise. The Finance Minister chats and says that he is going to spend all the money he can to make sure that somebody wins.
Who is that somebody?
That somebody is the establishment candidate. That
Who is the
somebody
establishment
is number 2.
candidate?
That somebody is the Vice President. I mean, we are all aware that he is the establishment candidate because the establishment is behind him. And the President says he is not behind him. So it's a signal that I think that the party must pick up. If the President says that he is not behind anybody, then the party delegates must stand up. The party delegates must resist any attempt from.
How do you want them to do this? How do you want the party or the delegates to do this?
By rejecting some of the inducements and the threats.
What
For
are
example,
the
that is Assembly's Common Fund.
I see.
We were in OT, and this Assembly's Common Fund was sharing weedicides and fertilizers at this time to people. Why would they be doing?
Were they sharing to delegates?
Sharing to delegates.
Those who be taking part in the Super Delegates Congress?
Sharing to delegates.
And you have evidence?
We were there when it happened. We arrived immediately after the sharing. So you had delegates with boxes, some of them carrying it home, some of it with them right in the room where we were having the meeting. You understand? We saw it. It's obvious.
So who are those behind this, or who is behind the sharing of these goodies to them?
District Assembly's Common Fund.
So who has instructed them to do that?
I have no idea. I'm not in the meeting where instructions were given or otherwise. Please, this is a broad situation. I'm telling you that the President feels compelled to detach himself from this because in public it's obvious. It's obvious that there's an organized process behind one of the aspirants who is the Vice President. It's very obvious. And if the President has felt the need to come out and detach himself from it, I'm saying that it's a good signal.
So to your camp, what does it mean to you?
It means that individual delegates must advise themselves.
But spokesperson for the campaign team of the Vice President, Samuel Oku, has described these allegations as baseless.
I've stated that the Honorable John Peter Amewu is a minister of the government, and in this government, and supporting the Honorable Alan Cheramantin. The Honorable Abna Osei-Asare is a deputy minister for finance at the Ministry of Finance, supporting the Honorable Alan Cheramantin. You've had members of Parliament openly supporting the Honorable Alan Cheramantin. So when you say that others supporting Dr. Bawumia is wrong, then that means you're only picking and choosing. Now we'll repeat, if the principle is wrong, then tell me that nobody should support anybody. Let's all become quiet men and women in the party and only watch the process. We are part of the decision.
Well,
I vote. I'm a voter. I'm a delegate. a super delegate because I'm a member of the National Council representing the Eastern region. And I'm also a former national organizer. So with these two voting rights, I can only vote once in one category. Either I choose to vote as a former national organizer or I vote as a member representing the Eastern region on the National Council.
Well, his specific accusation is that, or allegation is that, they were in the OT region and the district assembly was using the district common fund to purchase spray fertilizer for delegates. And then he made an allegation that it is in support of your candidature, and they feel it is an abuse of the system. Yes.
I think people should get serious about these things. Because I don't think I have it. Else we'll be chasing things in circles. If you have, if you can prove an allegation of wrongdoing, it's a very serious matter. And mind you, the very things that we say to the Ghanaian people and to the public, these are the things that our opponents are going to compile and use against us. Even an internal election, you are telling me that we are using district assembly common fund to purchase fertilizer. I mean, that is a very low point.
Well, still staying with politics and the governing NPP, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abu Jinapor, says the governing New Patriotic Party is the only political machinery in Ghana that has the capacity to transform the fortunes of the country to the level Ghanaians desire. According to him, the party has performed creditably well in the face of global crisis, and given the mandate by the electorate in 2024, they will return the economy to a sound footing. He was speaking at a National Youth Mentorship Forum organized by the National Youth Wing of the party on the theme Building Leaders for the Party and Country.
There is no formidable, progressive, forward-looking, competent, workable proposition in the Ghanaian political market than the New Patriotic Party. And I say this with all the candor and passion I can marshal. Yes, we have problems today. There's no two ways about that. There are times when even some of us who are privileged in all humility and modesty to be in positions of high office, there are times that we even sometimes question ourselves. How much more you? I would not blame you if you question yourself, because we are in difficult times and the world is in difficult times and things are not rosy. We do not have a honey and milk situation here in Ghana. Times are tough. Parents are struggling to pay school fees. Electricity bills are difficult to pay. Inflation is in its 40s. That simply means the poor are getting tired and people's incomes are eroding and so on and so forth. And so there are difficulties in this country, but there are difficulties everywhere in the world. And we all understand why there are difficulties. And so there may be times when you question yourself. But I want to say that those difficulties are temporary and they are momentary. But if you examine the various political propositions in our country, both historically and contemporarily, there is, and I said it without a shred of equivocation, I say all the emphasis I can marshal, there is no political force that can take this country and transform this country to where we want to get to than the New Patriotic Party. I can debate anybody. Can debate anybody anywhere in Ghana that this MPP, given the opportunity, if the Ghanaian people exercise patience with us and give us the opportunity, it is only this political machine and vehicle, the MPP, that can transform this country.
The MP for Damongo explained that the MPP is the only business-friendly party in Ghana that helps the business community to thrive when in power, and therefore must be supported to win the 2024 general elections.
Whatever, anything that has been done in this country which is of significance, Agenda 111, anything, it is either President Kufuor or President Akufo-Addo who spearheaded it. But even more importantly is what we stand for. We stand for free market. We stand for individual liberty. We stand for property owning. We don't shy away from that. When my father had a bumper harvest in 1995 in Fufuso, he decided what to use his money for. He bought a generator. Yes. And that is how come, even though I schooled, my primary school was in a village without water, without electricity. tiny farming village. My father bought a generator when he had a bumper harvest, and therefore on all ceremonial days he will put on the television black and white. Somebody will be standing behind the room and tilting the antenna so that we can see President Rawlings swear the oath. That is where I got my confidence from. That is property owning democracy. That is what we the MPP will stand for, and that is why I stand here before you. That is what Margaret Thatcher said: equality of opportunity, but not equality of results. But not equality of results. And that is what Margaret Thatcher said. There's no concept as public purse. There's no concept as national treasury. There is the concept of taxpayers' money. We don't believe in everybody put their lot into the pool. No. When businessmen work hard, they make their money, they should be able to determine what they use their money for. That is what we stand for. We stand for rule of law. We stand for individual liberty. We stand for democratic accountability. We, the New Patriotic Party, whenever we've come into government, we've come into government through the ballot box. We've never come into government through the gun. The MPP is different from the NDC. We are different from them.
Well, to the camp of the NDC now, because the General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, Fifi Fiavi Kwete, has objected to the New Patriotic Party's claim of turning the corner, citing it as a sign of their lack of remorse over their governance failures. He criticized the 2023 media budget, assertion that the ailing economy has been stabilized, describing it as an attempt by the MPP to look good in the midst of the storm. He spoke to my colleague Evans Mensah while leading a party's delegation courtesy call on the leadership of the multimedia group here in Accra.
I feel that our friends in government need to basically learn a little from what has happened in the very last two years. The kind of collapse we have seen in terms of the economy is one that requires a certain amount of humility. To rush quickly and want to start beating chairs and wanting plaudit, I think is indicating that somehow they have not learned as quickly as they have. By no means can you call this turning the corner. In the first place, further, you can even call turning the corner a situation where inflation has gone up to over 50%. And the fact that you are trying to now bring inflation down to some 30 or a little below 30, you call it turning the corner. It's indicating as if the nation has become so low and our expectation has become so mediocre that we can even dare want to even celebrate a thing of that nature. That's not where we are supposed to be. So to simply rush into jumping the gun and talking about turning the corner, it's a little bit again being too, shall I call it, too much desperate to want to spin and look good. There's still a lot of hard work that's ahead of us. So many companies that continue to go down, so many institutions that continue to suffer.
I believe the West is behind us. You don't agree that the West is now behind us with the IMF on board? That's what he's looking for and saying, well, things are beginning to improve. Inflation is beginning to drop. You have interest rates dropping as well. For him, that's West behind us, positives all ahead.
That would be a little too easy to say. I feel the bigger problem is not what we see in the economy, but actually the value systems and the principles that actually led us to where we are. And I don't see that there is a change in those value systems. What do I feel are those value systems? One, a group that simply believes that all you need to do when you're in power is to try to spin, to try to use slogans, to live beyond your means, to borrow, with recklessness, and also to show irresponsibility in not accepting responsibility. And I don't think they've learned that lesson. The very fact that they still continue to let the country believe that the real reason why we are where we are is because of Russia, Ukraine, and COVID tells me that this is a group that simply have not accepted responsibility. It's true that those are obstacles. Those obstacles have been faced by other countries, but no country in West Africa or Africa has gone through what we've gone through. So it tells you that there's far more than to the problem we have today than Russia and Ukraine. The fact that they haven't accepted that for me shows that there is no genuine remorse. There's no even an acceptance of the real acts of irresponsibility, fiscal irresponsibility, moral leadership irresponsibility that have brought us here. So to jump quickly and start celebrating, for me, worries, because it's like you haven't really learned. And therefore, if you are given an opportunity, you quickly run it down again.
To other stories now, and the Association of Small Town Water Systems is asking government to settle outstanding arrears after providing water services for nearly a year. Now, according to them, they are obliged to President Akufo-Addo's directive to provide free water under the COVID-19 relief packages, but they are yet to be fully paid. Nana Ejay Menu Berche, board chairman of Jape Chrome Water Systems in the Bono region and executive member of the association, has been leading the charge to demand payment of arrears.
Supposed to submit data of the free water supply. We did that. After a year and a half, we were giving parts. Last year, we were left with 24.8 million Ghana cedis. We've been paid 10 million. We are left with 14.8 million Ghana cedis. We are pleading with the government to pay us because majority of our systems have been closed down because they've lost some of their pumps. We pay electricity. Electricity is not prepaid, it's postpaid. They have to pay our staff. And when we get the water free, we have to go in for loans to fix all these things. As the majority of us can't make ends meet. And when you close down, I think you need the consequences, but water is life. So we are pleading with the government to pay the rest for us, to relieve us of the problem that we are encountering at our places. It's throughout the country. It's more than 800. Because apart from the Small Town Water Association people, we have individuals who have dug boreholes. And they were selling it. They are also part of it. As far as I know, all the data has been turned to Ministry of Finance and been forwarded to Controller Accountant General. So now we are pleading with the minister to make sure that Controller Accountant General pays us.
To other stories now, and the Ghana Revenue Authority has been petitioned by a former president of the Chartered Institute of Taxation to carry out a comprehensive tax audit into the affairs of Cecilia Abena Dapa. Now, he has been explaining details of his petition and his expectation to join news.
Yes, I know that the GRA has a lot of tax professionals, very well qualified tax professionals that can do a good job if only there is no political interference. You know, because with the way the narratives have come, you know, it has a lot of tax implications. You know, whether it is a gift, it has a tax implication. Because in Ghana, income accruing in, derived from, brought into, or received in Ghana is taxable in Ghana. Therefore, whatever income that you earn, you are supposed to declare your tax, you know, you are supposed to file your returns, you know, for GRA to ascertain whether or not you have met all your tax obligations. And so, whether it is money laundering, whether it is money earned out of a contract or whatever, GRA has to audit to be able to know whether the source of the income is as we said. Because even if it is a gift, you understand, gifts are only exempt when the giver of the gift is a blood relation. Right? If there is a blood relation and it's a gift, that person is exempted from gift tax. And so GRA will have to ascertain until the investigation is carried out. You know, they will not be able to know whether what is being narrated out there is true or false. Well, I'm going to follow up because I know all the commissioners there, so I'll follow up personally on this.
Yeah. Based on this, would you also recommend that this is expanded to cover other, persons who have also, undertaken same things to ensure that tax compliance is ensured?
Of course, why not? Because by our constitution, the only person who is exempted from tax on his salary, facilities, and allowances is the president himself. That is the president of the republic. Apart from him, even the vice president is not exempted from tax. Yes. And so it can be extended to anybody once the GRA commissioner can conduct what we call the presumptive tax assessment. To understand where he is convinced that some malfeasance may have been committed.
So that's Mike Aflu, who is the petitioner asking the GRA to investigate the taxes of Madam Cecilia Abena Dapa. To other stories now, and the principal of the Ambrose College of Education at Doma Akwamu, Reverend Father George Treme, says the ongoing strike action by the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana, CETAG, is not only affecting the students, but also complicating the crashed programs being run. CETAG withdrew their services earlier this month, citing government's non-compliance to the National Labour Commission's arbitral award orders. Speaking during the graduation ceremony of the college, Reverend Father Cherebe appealed to government to act fast and save the already tight academic calendar. Precious Sembevo has more.
The Fifth Congregation of St. Ambrose College of Education at Doma Akwamu in the Doma East District of the Bono region saw 181 students graduate as the first batch of Bachelor of Education with 5 first-class honors. Speaking on the theme, implementation of the Bachelor of Education program in the colleges of education in Ghana, the realities and the way forward, Dr. Samuel Awuku, a council member of the University of Cape Coast, noted that though all colleges lack adequate infrastructure after their transition, strong leadership is required for their success.
We can continue to list all the realities, but you know what? Sometimes it's good to just look forward. And to look forward, the first and foremost thing that we've all realized across the country is that for every institution, whatever strategic plan policy that need implementing, we need strong and robust strategic leadership, distributed leadership, so that leadership is not concentrated in only one person, but it is actually distributed.
The principal of the college, Reverend Father George Treme, called on the graduates to be focused and critical thinkers in their dealings.
Prove to the people that you are mature and stand by right values which you have learned and have been implanted in you. Your mindset should be positive and malleable. Ghana needs people with great mindset and with growth mindset and not fixed mindset. Be mindful of modern trends in education and use them to your advantage.
He expressed worry over the effects of the strike action by the Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana on students and the academic calendar. He appealed to the government to intervene.
The strike is not good for us. It's affecting teaching and learning, taking into account the fact that we are running a crash program with students always on campus throughout the year. Once there is a strike, there's a break, it affects students and it's going to affect the teachers themselves. The negotiation ended, the Labour Commission with arbitration ended everything. I'm told that CETAG has completed its side of the agreement. So we appeal to government to come to the aid of CETAG and to the aid of the colleges, because if this continues, the student will be disturbed. The academic year will also be disrupted because we have others waiting. Some have to leave so others to come in. And our academic year is supposed to end in December. If we are not careful, we will not be able to meet that target. And we will have to run into next year, and it will not be good for us.
Emmanuel Yayebua was named overall best graduate. Precious Semevo, Joy News, Doma Akwamu.
So let's get an update on the strike action by CETAG. President Prince Obeng Hima joins us on the phone now. Grateful to you for joining us here. So, I mean, we are now getting to hear that the impact of your strike is taking a hit on some of these colleges. What has been the follow-up since you began to embark on this strike action?
Yeah, good afternoon to you and your cherished viewers. Let us say it's unfortunate we have had to get to where we are at the moment, and the impact of the strike is very biting. And we have checked across the 46 public colleges of education. Our members have, complied fully, and they deserve every commendation for that. We're looking forward to, as we said, to reiterate the fact that the government and its assigns have to comply with the National Labour Commission orders so that we can come back to our dear students.
But I guess that since you started, government might have tried to get you to the table. What has government been saying about this whole action?
I beg your pardon, sir.
I'm saying that since you began, I'm sure government might have tried to get you to the table to see how you could, whether you could rescind your decision. What has been government's effort to address this matter?
I think we have been receiving calls and assurances from government authorities. Directly, the National Labour Commission attempted to get us to be part of a meeting last Wednesday, and in their letter, they said they wanted to resolve the impasse, or they wanted to resolve whatever it was that was there. But we responded to the letter in writing, saying that there wasn't any issue to be resolved. What remains to be done was for the government and its with the directives of the commission. And in doing so, we did not need to be part of that process. The NLC, in its powers, could go to the High Court to get superior orders to compel the government if they felt government wasn't compliant with their orders, signed with the provisions of the act that set up the National Labour Commission.
What was the order by the NLC?
The order required government to do a lot of things, including one, paying the agreed conditions of service that the National Labour Commission themselves refereed through compulsory arbitration, and then they were also ordered to pay 1 month's salary to all the teachers for having been part of all year-round teaching in 2022, and they were also compelled to, as it were, to draw this roster in its college for the tutors. So that despite the fact that you were even paying compensation to them for taking their leave, they needed, in the face of the law, to go on mandatory leave. So to agree on how each one of them would take 15 days leave to be able to rest and then come back full of energy to be able to work. And all these things have not been done.
Now, so what do you expect from government, in order for you to then call off this action that you're embarking upon?
Yeah, we are hopeful and expectant that the government will fully comply with the orders of the National Labour Commission, so that it will drum home the National Commission exists to comply with government.
Unfortunately, I'm losing you, but I'm interested in finding out whether government has told you why it is unable to honor the orders by the NLC. Have you been told anything like that? Unfortunately, Prince Obenhema is president of CTAG Ghana. We will take a quick break here. When we return, we have more stories for you here on the Joy Newsroom. Stay with us. Welcome back from the break now. 43 students excelling in various fields of academic and non-academic activities at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology have been recognized in the maiden edition of the Vice Chancellor Student Excellence Awards. Awardees received plaques for their exemplary roles as students and aspiring leaders of the institution. Areas of recognition included academic excellence, inventions, sports, innovations, and entrepreneurship. Clinton Yeboah has more in the following report.
Contributing positively to one's community is an essential life deed which Ghanaian youth are being entreated to cultivate. At the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, a multitude of students and personnel in academia gathered to witness the appreciation of students who have set an inspiring standard for the entire campus community. KNUST provides a pool of over 80,000 students pursuing academic and non-academic ventures in inventions, innovations, entrepreneurship, sports, cadet, peer counseling, creative arts, among others. The prestigious Vice Chancellor's Student Excellence Award is bestowed upon students who exhibit remarkable achievements in both scholastic and extracurricular endeavors. Speaking on the theme, Balancing Arts, Honoring Academics, Innovation and Beyond, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Rita Akusua-Dixon, lauded the awardees and inspired them to keep impacting their societies.
Obviously, the essence of this award is to show appreciation to our dear students who have endeared themselves and are excelling in respective spheres of student life. As we pride ourselves in quality education we offer in these luminaries, we anticipate that they will pay their dues by impacting society with the knowledge acquired. We look forward to groundbreaking research, the production of new vaccines and drugs and what have you to cure life-threatening diseases, innovations, inventions, and introduction of new technologies that will give Ghana and the continent of Africa a competitive edge globally.
Awardees expressed their appreciation for the recognition.
It means a lot to me because I've come to understand that beyond the classroom, there are a lot of other skills that can be attained by being a student of KNUST. Getting an opportunity to become more vocal, to become more articulate is something that was very dear to me. And getting recognition of the fact that I am one of the best to do that is completely heartwarming, and I am very, very appreciative of the opportunity given to me by the Vice Chancellor.
We had to do our best, work hard, and then be self-motivated because we didn't have any idea about it. But by God's grace, we've been acknowledged, recognized, and appreciated by the university, and so it means a lot to me. For me, I'm so happy today. Today is one of the happiest days in my life. I'm so happy.
Reporting for Joy News, Clinton Yeboah.
Now, actor and politician John Dumelo is urging the youth of Ghana to shift focus to providing solutions to the challenges confronting the agricultural sector to create wealth and impact society positively. He believes the youth must no longer engage in the waiting game for white-collar jobs when there are arable lands all over the country they can utilize to create the needed employment. John Dumelo, a farmer himself, gave this advice when he was speaking at the Start Right Youth Conference organized by MYO Global. There's more in the following report.
The Start Right Youth Conference organized by the NGO My Future, Your Future, Our Future, held on the theme Investment Opportunities for the Youth, the Success Stories, Potentials and Risks, was to create a platform for youth to interact with fellow youth who are creating value from the opportunities around them. The CEO of the National Youth Authority, Pius Hajide, encouraged the youth to create sustainable solutions to the problems that face the country.
It is undeniable that young people play a critical and a vital role in the socio-economic development of every country, and that includes Ghana. The youth play a critical role in the acceleration of our development. They are pivotal in the attainment of the Sustainable Development Goals. We are critical in addressing issues of climate vulnerabilities, and we are critical in creating the Ghana and the Africa that we want. Call on the Ghanaian can-do spirit, and we must leverage on our equity, the age that we have, to be able to create sustainable solutions to the problems that we are faced with.
Professor Douglas Boaten, founding chairman of MYO Global, charged the youth to do their best to solve the challenges confronting Ghana.
Collectively, you have a voice, but right now you are just individuals complaining and complaining. Nobody's going to solve the issue for you. You have to solve it yourself. MYO has been put together just to provide a platform to help you to try and shape and build the future that you want. We can do it. We can do it. We just have to have the confidence in ourselves. Each of you, I believe, that has the power to shape the future if you want to. If you are not interested in your future, who do you think will be interested in for you? It's not about me or you, it's about us. Because at the end of the day, we have the power to make a difference.
The youth of Ghana have been urged to do their possible best to push the country forward, while in the process, empowering themselves for the bigger task ahead. For Joy News, Ni Ajete Ahulu's report read to you.
So let's take you to the West Hills Mall, where the second clinic of the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair is currently underway. My colleague Carlos Coloni is there for us. Let's join him now for an update on what is happening. Carlos, you've been there. Tell us what exactly is happening.
All right, Brace. So the Joy News EcoBank Habitat Fair enters its day 2 here and is currently ongoing here at the West Hills Mall. Now, don't forget this particular fair is aimed at bringing stakeholders in the building industry as well as potential homeowners together to deliberate and benefit from each other. Now, for your home to be in order, you need a number of things. First of all, you need a land, and you also need a house, you need security, and then you need water storage and all that. That's what this fair actually offers. And so you can see some products which are on display here. Syntex tank is one of them. For homeowners who would want to have water in their homes, they are sure that when they come to the fair here, they will get that. And so we'll be taking you through a number of some products on exhibition here, and we'll also be talking to some of the exhibitors. And so I have with me one of the sales reps from Syntex Ghana to tell us the products that they have here. You are live on TV.
Hello.
All right, so give us your name and tell us what product do you have from Syntex?
Okay, so my name is Sabrina, and we have a range of products here. We have the wheel beans here. We have the industrial bean. We have the shoot up. This is for construction purposes. They used to pass waste from the top through to the down. Yes, we have our road barriers. We have our utility drums for COVID-19 hand wash. We have our septic tank we want to introduce. We have our gallon tanks. We have our bottles and a whole lot of products.
Interesting. But share with us from yesterday to this morning, what has been the patronage like?
Okay, so we were excited. Yesterday we had a lot of people coming to our stand. We had a lot of contacts, and today we are hoping that a lot of people will come also. So we are expecting more. And we are here for everyone also. And
okay.
Remember, Syntex, are you strong? Are you tough?
Nice one. What would you want to say to those watching us live now? What should they do?
I want them to visit us here on the stand. They can also call us on 0244 335168. So after the fair, they can find us on the Spinters Road. We are at the Ghana Cylinder Junction. And then come talk to us, and we have an amazing product for you. And then we have some percentages off also.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us. So that is the solution for water, those of you who want to have water. Now let's look, when you have your home, you definitely need security. And so we have the Super Lock technologies also here at the fair. We'll be speaking to them to understand the kinds of products that they have for potential homeowners. All right, so you are live on TV. Tell us, what product do you have?
We have finishing building products. So from security doors, glazing, balustrades, burglar proofing to kitchens, we have them all. And we are ready for you if you come around too.
There is this perception out there that Super Lock products are very expensive and for the filthy rich people. What can you tell us about your pricing and affordability?
When we are talking about pricing, we don't use that to buy products. The main thing is to look at the features and the quality we are offering. If you come around and we show you the features of our products and you compare to the price you are giving it out, you realize that it's very, very affordable. So the main thing is to look at the quality. That is the most important thing, and with that, we can also help you with other discounts to make sure you get the best thing too.
How is the fair going so far?
So far, so good. So good. We are enjoying it. The way customers are also coming, I like it so much. They are also able to listen to us as we express ourselves, show them the features of our products, and they've given us promising statements too. So we are so happy about it.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much. So that's from Superlock. And from Superlock, we know that when you have your home, definitely you need to roof it and to be safe from the weather and all that. And so that's why Raincoat is here at this fair to provide you that solution. We want to also speak to them to find out the range of product they have and how the fair has been for them so far.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Aaron. I'm a sales executive from Raincoat Roofing. So when it comes to our products, we offer the clean carbon roofing sheets, which consist of aluminium, zinc, magnesium, and silicone. And also we have the steel trusses as well. So the steel trusses is 0.8, the gauge is 0.8, and it's all our products are Australian standard. So with the AM150, the benefits of it is that with the magnesium present in the product, it revives the potency of the aluminium, which makes it last very longer. So we've been in the system for 19 years and you've never had any issue with material defect. Never. So that is why when you think of quality, you think of Raincoat Roofing.
All right, thank you so much. So that's from Raincoat. Now, for those of you who would want to buy the property itself, or those of you who want to buy land, here we are bringing you to cities and rent to own. At this particular booth here, you can see a number of people engaging with the executives here. Some want to buy the property, others want to buy the land, and so that's what you see in your shot. Now, for us to understand exactly what this whole engagement is about, we have one of the marketing and sales executives here to share with us how the fair has been going. First of all, what are some of the products you have for your customers?
Okay, so we have houses and lands in general. When we have different types of the houses, we have semi-detached, we have detached houses, what we call the townhouses, as well as the villas. So we have all these options. Anybody who comes and goes through the payment plan, you make your choice, then we start building for you because it's only on demand basis, and our location is in Pram Pram.
All right, so do you have just houses or you have lands?
We have lands as well. It's within the same community that we are building. It's like a mini city and over 500-acre land that we are using to build this city. So it's a well-planned city that we are developing. For those who want to acquire the lands and build to their specifications, we allow them to, and we have commercial areas as well.
We see the fair is going well for you. Your table is full. Share that experience with us from yesterday to today.
Okay, I mean, for the number of years that we have been with Multimedia on this Joy News Habitat Fair, it's usually like that with us because what we are doing with the rent to own is quite novel. So we have many people who come in wanting to know what we are doing, and it looks like it works for them. So they go and even come back and bring their friends to also come and sign up.
What would you want to say to those watching you live now on Joy News?
Well, we are saying that they should join us for us to build that planned city in Pram Pram. So we are here for them today and tomorrow. They can reach us and come and sign on to the project before everything gets finished.
All right. Thank you so much. So if you want to buy a piece of land, you know where to go to. And for us, we would want to speak to other exhibitors here. So as you can see, that's the rent to own in your shot. We know that once you build your home, you need to do some plumbing works, and Interplus is one key organization that provides solutions. So we're going to engage them. Hi, you're live on Joy TV.
Hello, my name is Mavis.
All right, how is the fair going so far?
So far, it's been amazing. Yesterday was good. Today too, it looks promising. I can see a lot of people coming to the stand, and they are asking interesting questions of which we are giving answers to. So this is the place to be if you are building your house.
All right. So what are some of your products?
So on display here, we have our UPVC windows and doors and irrigation system. Everybody knows Interplus as a piping company. We provide the best UPVC and HDPE pipes that you can get in the markets for all your piping needs. We provide the biggest pipe that you can think of in Africa as a standard is 1.2 HDPE pipes. So yes, but on display we have our UPVC windows and doors, we have the slide-ins, we have the casements. We are the only company that provide you color variety. So walk to us, interact with us, let us know what you envisage for your house, and then we'll make it live, we'll bring it to reality. So that is what we do. Yes.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Now, from Interplast, where they pipe water, we want to look at security. When you have your home, how secured are you? We have one company here to share with us what they do and how you can take advantage of that. And I want to remind you that you are live on Joy News channel. Yeah, hi, give us your name and tell us what you do.
Okay, my name is Esther Wajawa, Sales and Marketing Communication Executive at Virtual Security Africa. So Virtual Security Africa, it's a security company. We've been in existence for 15 years, so you know we have experience. And it's a wholly owned Ghanaian company. What we basically do is we sell and install security solutions ranging from CCTV, fire alarm, intruder alarm, electric fencing, access control, anything security you can think of. Yeah.
Share your experience with us from yesterday to now. I see you smiling since morning.
Okay, so the fair has been great since yesterday. Habitat Fair is big, you know, and then yesterday we had a lot of patrons coming in, showing interest, looking at our products on display. And this morning it has been good as well. We have a lot of patrons coming in, expressing interest in our products, and we hope to turn the leads that we've gotten into great businesses after the fair. So all in all, the fair has been very engaging, yes.
Your message to those viewing us.
Okay, so if you are home, you are not here at West Hills Mall, drive, run, walk, just make sure you find yourself here at the West Hills Mall and come and visit our stands at Virtual Security Africa. We have complete security solutions for all, ranging from CCTV, like I said earlier, fire alarm, intruder alarm. The Habitat Fair it's mainly for home, but we are also looking at other corporate institutions, schools, churches, event centers, anything, anywhere you think you need security. We are here for you at Virtual Security Africa.
Thank you. Thank you so much for talking to us. So these are live pictures from the West Hills Mall at the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair. Exciting and promising packages for patrons here. And so for those of you who are watching us, you would want to cut short your activity and come live to the mall here to catch a package or a product for yourself. Reporting from the West Hills Mall here in Accra, my name is Carlos Kaloni for Joy News.
All right, and from the studios here in Kokomlemle, Accra, I am Samuel Kojo Brace. But that's how we wrap up the bulletin. There's more news on myjoyonline.com. And do pass by the West Hills Mall. We'll be there from now till 7 p.m. Do enjoy the rest of your day.